Anyway, I get that just making the U.S. Open Cup Finals is a major accomplishment, and there's no reason to hang heads. I get all of that. I'm really, really proud of the team, top to bottom. Super proud. Yet also, it's just how it is in our,
It's much like the city itself. We're an hour away from nice things.
Yes.
We're so close to nice things.
We were 15 minutes away from nice things, or at least a shootout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Many, many times.
Yes. And it's like, yes, you can be proud and sad too. Like, I almost feel like it's disrespectful to the team to not be really gutted about yesterday. Like, it's disrespectful to them because then it's like, oh, well, you never had a chance for it. It's just good that you made it. No, like, it is good that they made it, and I am proud of them, and they shouldn't have been there by all odds. But then you want it so bad for the team, you want it so bad for the city, and then, of course, everything falls apart. It was 0-0.
It's going perfectly.
It's going great.
Right? I mean, there's every chance for them to win, and then the one goal happens, and you're like, okay, that's okay. And to back it up with another, how far apart was that? 2 minutes?
Maybe. No, they fell apart. They absolutely fell apart. They fell apart.
It doesn't 2-0 feel like 30.
Yeah, no, 1-0 fell. Oh, it was when it was
already trouble, but 2 was like, well, it's
I don't mind saying. Well, I do mind
because I'm always optimistic. I'm like, one, that sucks, but okay.
Yeah.
Then 2 was like, well, it is 30-0 now.
I was back home by the time they scored the goal. Orlando did.
Cool.
And my wife and kiddos were watching it. And they scored the goal, and I turned to Melissa. I said, I just got up and went outside. I said, that's your ball game right there. That's it. And part of that is my default pessimism, but also it's the first time they've trailed.
Right, the whole run.
Cup.
Yeah.
They gave up 2 goals the entire cup run up until that point. And maybe the worst part, other than the fact that the goal got scored, was that it was right when the announcers were like, and you're saying if they made it this far, it's really the momentum turned towards Sacramento. This is right where they want to be right now. In Orlando, you can see a weakness is starting to, goal.
Yeah.
And by the way, and listen, remember we were talking yesterday about how I have this there's this pet peeve about how people cover women's sports sometimes with kid gloves. And it's like, no, dude, you're disrespecting them. Like, if a team does something great, or an athlete does something great, or a team does something stupid, or an athlete does something stupid, gender should never matter. Treat them with respect and cover them like you would any. It's like with the Republic, because some of these guys and they're local and the whole thing. Like, you almost want to. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head where I have this default of wanting to take it a little easier on them, because by odds they should not have been there.
Right.
And you win as a team and you lose as a team. And I'm doing a big preamble here because again, and someone can correct me, but from my eyes, one of the bright spots of the entire season, Dan Casey, that's a 15 minutes he probably wants to forget forever.
Brutal.
Absolutely.
You're right. It's about 15 minutes total. It was just, man, what happened?
And Dan Casey's not why they lost.
Right.
But Dan Casey made a catastrophic error to give up that first goal.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the way, he was involved in the PK and
right.
the whole, it's just that if you had to point the finger, it would be at Dan. And I guarantee you, if the team was here right now, they'd be throwing tomatoes at me, saying, "Are you kidding me?
That's not the way it works.
We're not here if it's not." And they're right, and that's what I'm saying. It's not on him, but in analyzing the match, I don't think anybody feels worse than Dan Casey.
Yes.
So, and that flight home, I don't know. I hope the flight home was cool, but I don't think it was. But I do hope they're like, okay, it sucks to lose, but we should be proud. And now we have USL playoffs to worry about.
Yeah, true.
And if they play,
but a historic run that will be a great for us,
Yeah.
a great reference point for years to come.
I think so. I
Yeah.
do think so. And I think that it's something that they can build on. I think it's something that I think the soccer world was very much looking at Sacramento yesterday. I know investors, just put it that way, were looking, and it is what it is. And it's kind of, I tweeted it out yesterday, like took a video of all the fans out there, and I gotta say something. Thank you to Vice Mayor Angelique Ashby for really, along with Kevin and the Republic folks, really putting this event together, and then putting another event together in the space of like 4 hours on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It started at and she would tell you, I think it was 11 a.m. Angie and I had a phone call on a Sunday, and by like 4 p.m., the whole thing had moved from Cesar Chavez Park to the convention center, which was a stroke of genius on her part. It was beautiful there. It was air conditioned there, which was the most important thing. But the stage, the TVs, the whole setup, the turnout was insane. I don't know how many thousands of people were there, but you saw the pictures.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. And there was I think my favorite moment of the whole evening was there was an ESPN reporter, Jordan. I forget her last name, but her name was Jordan. Super awesome person. She was there and doing updates at the half. And so we're on stage. It was myself, Angie, Mayor Darrell, and Cami Wassa.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out, by the way, to Cami Wassa, who has a 100% future in the world of broadcasting.
Legend.
Oh my God, Republic legend. And it's like he's a seasoned broadcaster. Yeah. He really did impress me with how amazing he was at breaking everything down. We're all on stage kind of breaking down the match. And we get this countdown from their producer, the ESPN producer. And it was so cool to see from the other side, because you've seen this before when there's like an NBA Finals game, and then they show the road team's fans back home, in whatever arena they're in. So we get this countdown from the producers. And then when they reach 3, it's like, hey, they're about to go live on ESPN right here on this camera. Need you to be loud. 3, 2, 1. And the wave of energy, to the point where this poor lady, I was almost afraid they were going to engulf her physically. Like there was a surge forward, but yet stopped right at the line. And how loud it was absolutely deafening. Now, remember, it was 0-0 then too, which was great. Because everybody was still kind of in it. And I'll try to get this up better, but there's that. See her? Yeah. It's absolutely insane. I'll try to put that up on the web. But she's wearing kind of a lime green top with blue pants, colorful enough so you can see her stands out in the sea of red.
Yeah,
and it's just, I think in the end, Jason, even though, and that's why these losses especially hurt so much, because I wanted to see those people deserve to be champions, whether it's the Kings, whether it's Republic, whatever it is. And I know we've had Monarchs championships, and the Republic won back, and I get it. This would have been this would have been right up there with the Monarchs championship.
Yeah,
it really would have been.
Absolutely. Well, just the story of it. Everybody loves the David versus Goliath, and they never felt like they were in that situation. But
yeah. But it's just another example of why some of the, if not the best sports fans in the world, reside in this area. All right. At the same time,